Hello friends, good afternoon. Today I am coming up with a new topic which is about quality check in Odoo. And I would like to explore more about the quality control point with various options available. So focus is all about how we can utilize control per operation, product and quantity, and in each control per operation or product or quantity, how Odoo will book your QC and execute your quality check. So over here, let's see, I have created four different product and then three different operation types. And I would like to start with the first one where my product is PR1, and during receipt, I would like to check control per product and frequency is all. So now we will play around with each and every control frequency and control per tag and then see how Odoo is behaving in terms of our QC. And then now in latest version, Odoo has also improved the failure location, where if I am failing the product, it can go to some other location which I can predefine over here. We will focus only on control per operation, product and quantity, and control frequency in today's tutorial. So let's start. I'm keeping this open, and in the next window, the operation type is receipt. So let me go and just purchase, or maybe I can directly run a receipt, but let me, purchase this product. I'm buying PR1 with, let's say, 10 units. And during receipt, it will ask for quality check. So in here, the quality check is I'm going to execute for product for all frequency, means every time I need to pass or fail this product whenever I am buying. This is case number one. Now let me duplicate the PO. I'm going to add all other product and let's see combinedly how each quality control point will work. Let's say, because for each and every product I have mentioned one separate scenario. So I'm buying three different products where I have three different quality points. For PR2, it is product randomly and 50% of time I would like to test during the receipt operation. So let's go and confirm this. And during my receipt, whenever I am receiving this PR2, so it is directly jump in PR3. Okay, why? Because for PR2 I have randomly given 50% of time, so it is directly moved to PR3 product QC. For PR3 I have mentioned I would like to test periodically every 3 days. So for this particular day I am going to have QC according to every 3 days. And then again, if I go for PR3, it is executing. For PR4, again it is on demand. So what is on demand? If I want to run a QC, then I can directly say PR4, and then for my receipt order I can say QC P004, and then I can run this particular QC on demand. So this is on demand, means I can manually introduce my QC during the receipt operation. So these two scenario we have covered for PR3 and PR4. For PR2, it is randomly. So let's do one thing. Now let me just invert 3 units and I will have a back order for PR2 product. So now again for PR2, the item will be in pending, and now in my QC, PR2 product QC is available because I have set randomly and 50% of time I would like to run a check. Now I'm running the check, I'm passing this, and I'm just inverting, let's say 3 units and validating. So again, a back order for PR2 will be created. Now on another receipt, now you can see there is no QC because randomly 50% time I have given as a condition. So over here, now the condition fulfills, randomly it is executing 50% time and sometimes it is not. So now you see, like, for all 4 type of operations on 4 different product we have run, where frequency is all, where frequency is randomly and 50% of time only, where it is periodically, and where it is on demand. I can run a QC point. So these are the 4 types we have run. Now let's see another 4 type where I want to give control per operation, where my operation is internal transfer and I want to set frequency every time, whole frequency, and my product is PR1. So now what I will do is I will run my internal transfer. Let's say from here, or let me just introduce a new location, S1, which is part of my stock. And then I'm targeting internal transfer from here to S1, where my first product will go to PR1, where I'm targeting 2 unit to transfer. So over here, let me just go to my purchase order where PR1 was there. I have already received PR1 in my stock location. So over here, as soon as I do mark to do, it will execute one QC because the type of QC over here is all frequency. So I'm going into quality, then quality points, and then here is my PR1 internal transfer operation all. So that's why every time when I'm transferring, it will ask for a QC. So this is now type number 1. Now what I will do, I will again create an internal transfer for my second product, PR2. So over here, if I check my control point, it is operation randomly, and again 50% of time only I would like to do that. So if I say I want to transfer 4 unit, I say markets to do, it will execute the QC for this moment. So what I will do, I will just do QC for 2 units and validate and create a back order. So over here now one more trigger will be open as a back order where 2 units is remaining to transfer, and over here these 2 units QC is done. I can validate, and over here now it is not asking for any QC because it is randomly and 50% of time only I need to QC when I'm doing internal transfer for PR2 product. So this is how Odoo will work. Now let's jump to the third product and third use case where the control type is again operation and frequency is periodically. Okay, and period means every 2 days I want to do QC wherever I am transferring internally the product number 3. So PR3 where I am trying to do 4 unit transfer. Now it will randomly create a QC, then I will say pass, and in internal transfer, let's say I'm transferring only 1 unit with this, and validate and create a back order. So over here now in this back order no QC is demanded because it was periodically every 2 days only. Right? So that's why now you can understand periodically also will work like this. Now the fourth type for PR4 is operation and on demand only. So now if I create any internal transfer for my product number 4, PR4, let's say I wish to transfer 3, I say mark to do, and over here, now I can't see to create any QC. So if I want to create a quality check, I can go here. I can say PR4, and this is the QCP8 will be available, and I confirm, and then it will trigger my QC. So this is on-demand quality check, which is available from this action button, and then I can create and validate. So now again, another 4 type is covered. Now let's see another 4 type where the quality control is based on quantity, and now let's see frequency, and let's see the partial test. So test is 100% of product. That is one part we wish to do while we are delivering these goods. So let me create a sales order. So I can run for my PR1 where I am trying to deliver 2 on the same order. Let me do for PR2 also, PR3 also, and PR4 also. Okay. So I confirm. For now I go to delivery. Now in QC you can see PR1, 2 and 3 all are available based on its defined QC points. So over here now control per quantity and frequency is all for my PR1 where I need to have 100% product test. So on PR1 I want all the 2 quantity to test over here, and then I can say pass or fail over here. So this is for number 1. Now for PR2, now my QC point was 50% of time and test 50% of product only. So PR2, my quantity demand was 2, and then my quantity to be tested is 1 as per my type. It's randomly it is triggering 50% again on that my original demand on quantity. I need to test only 50% of product. So here the test suggested is only out of 2 quantity which I am going to deliver, I need to test only 1, which I am testing right now, and making my QC completion for PR2. Now going into PR3, now let's say my type was again quantity and it is periodically and again for 50% of product. So every 3 days it may trigger. So out of 1 quantity which was my demand, I can test 0.5. That is how it will work. So 50% of product will go to QC, and then I can say pass or fail, and then I can complete my check. So now for PR4, if I want to run a QC, then I can register for PR4 where this QC point number 12 will be available, and again 50% of product will be tested on demand. Okay, so it is on demand again, and out of 1 product which I am delivering, it will trigger a QC for PR4 also. Again 0.5 is my 50% of product, and then I can run my QC over here for product 4 on demand with 50% of quantity of product. So this is how. Now I hope this video will help you guys to understand all 3 control operations, product and quantity, and control frequency of all randomly, periodically, and on demand with different type of operations, and you can define your QC with different type also. Okay, so hope this will make clear to all the executives, all the consultant and user, how they can utilize the control point with control per quantity, operation in product, and control frequency, and define how they would like to perform the test on the basis of the setup of quality control points. Thank you guys. If you have any need, please feel free to reach me out. Good day.